Let's see the agenda for the day. Today we are going to discuss introduction of big data. Then we are going to define data explosion. We will discuss essence of big data. Then after that, state transformation of big data. We will discuss about conventional approaches and problems associated with the conventional approaches. That's why big data came into the picture. After that, we'll discuss about the use cases. Use case section would be pretty important. Then we will discuss about future of big data. Let's quickly see about DataFlair web services. DataFlair web services is a big data startup where our mission is to provide big data solutions to the business. So guys, we also provide training on cutting edge technologies like big data, Hadoop, HBase, Kafka, Storm, Spark, Cassandra, complete big data stack. Apart from big data, we are also providing the training on BI technologies like SAP BI, SAP HANA, Jaspersoft, Microsoft BI, etc. Now, big data, a very big buzzword of the industry. Today, everybody is talking about big data and big data. What exactly is big data? Just from this picture, just showing you an illustration, how big is big data? In recent surveys, all Fortune 500 companies have accepted that big data is very critical for their business. In the later section, we'll discuss about the future of big data. There we are going to see lots of facts and figures, how big data is coming in mainstreams. Big data is growing at 600% than overall IT and communication market. Before that, let's see what exactly is the big data. Guys, there is no single definition that can define big data. That's why I have included 4 definitions. The very first definition, big data is all about finding the needle of value. Finding the needle of value in a haystack of structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. Firstly, understand what is structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. Structured data we understand very well, right? That is in the form of rows and columns. Structured data that we can store easily in RDBMS. Structured data that is we can store in RDBMS in the form of rows and columns. What about semi-structured data? Can anyone answer? What is semi-structured data, guys? Correct. JSONs, XMLs. Correct. Excels. And few format of logs are also semi-structured. Correct. Good. Not only structured data, big data can handle semi-structured data as well. But not only semi-structured data, I would say unstructured data as well. Unstructured data, can anyone give you examples of unstructured data, guys? Correct. Videos, audios, stock ticker, images, multimedia. Guys, correct, perfect. Post to social media, tweets on Twitter, etc. These all comes under unstructured data. Now guys, understand, big data is all about finding the needle of values, finding the insights from all the formats of data, from structured to unstructured. Why we are talking about big data, why we are doing analysis, why we are gathering data and generating lots of insights, just to gain the insights, just to help the business in taking the decision. Big data is helping the business to take the decision, right decision at right point of time. Now, a technical definition of big data. It's extremely large. Muted.
Unmuted.
It's an extremely large data sets that are hard to deal with. It's an extremely large data sets that are hard to deal with using relational databases. Big data cannot be handled with the relational databases, and even data that exceeds the processing capacity of conventional database system. So guys, conventional data system neither store the big data nor it can process the big data. Now let's see some definition from the big player. Gartner, big name in big data. Gartner defines big data as high volume. Guys, we understand. All of us understand that big data means there will be huge volume. Data in the range of terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes. But big data is not about just volume. Big data means volume as well as velocity as well as variety. So guys, Gartner defines big data as high volume, high velocity and high variety information assets that demand cost effective and innovative form of information processing. Three dimensions of big data: volume, velocity and variety that demand cost effective innovative form of solution. For enhanced insights, and decision making. For enhanced insights and decision making. Guys, the main point for the big data is business can take the decision. Big data is enabling the business to take the decision. Now, again, let's see one more technical definition from the perspective of technologies. According to IBM, 80% of data captured today is unstructured. 80% unstructured. Now guys, just recall, RDBMS cannot handle unstructured data and 80% is unstructured. It's really a big mismatch. It's a big mismatch in what is getting generated and what our technologies can handle. Just 20% of data our technologies, our RDBMS, our conventional technologies can handle. What about rest 80% that is unstructured? That is simply stored on the disk or tapes and later point of time that are archived without any much processing. So guys, these unstructured data is generated from sensors used to gather the climate information, post to social media sites, digital pictures and videos, purchase transaction records, cell phone GPS signals, to name a few. All of these unstructured data is also big data. If I summarize guys this particular slide, the definition of big data is handling of or finding the needle of value from structured to semi-structured data. It's very big that RDBMS cannot handle this. It's not just about the volume, but it is volume as well as velocity as well as variety, and 80% of data is unstructured. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about few big sources of big data. Just to give you a glimpse of big data. Every second we send 2.9 million emails. That's very huge. Let's take another example. Every minute 20 hours of videos are uploaded on YouTube. Data processed by Google per day is 24 petabytes. Again, very huge. Per day there are 50 million tweets. Per day there are 50 million tweets. Or if we take one more example like Amazon, products ordered on Amazon per second, 72.9 items. 72.9 items are ordered per second on Amazon. Let's talk about evolution, exactly how big data was evolved. Evolution of big data. Guys, let's start from early 70s or late 60s. At that time, it was a pre-relational era. Mainframes were the basic storage unit. Just few bytes of data was getting generated, up to few KBs. That was the range of data generation. Then the relational era came. The relational era that started from late 80s to 90s. And at that time, relational databases came into the picture. At that time, guys, we got complex relations, and relational databases was really a good solution. It was a good solution that it can handle up to certain limits of data. It can handle data very well, and RDBMS are very good technology up to certain volume of data. RDBMS was solving our problems till 2005. But just after 2005, big companies started facing the issue. Even Google, Facebook, Yahoo was started facing the issues earlier than that. But the industry also started facing the issues after 2005. There are varieties of data getting generated. The velocity also increased. The volume also increased like anything. That is the era. That is the current era that started after 2005. And the solution we got, solution of this problem called big data, we got in 2012. The solution is nothing but the Hadoop. So guys, by the way, tomorrow we are going to discuss about Hadoop in great details. But today let's understand big data. Let's proceed ahead. Let's talk about the data explosion. Now, when I'm saying that there is huge volumes of data is getting generated today, every company is working on big data. They are using different big data technologies. So what exactly happened? There is a data explosion. There is a data explosion that happened. So guys, I'm having a very crucial figure from IBM. Every day we generate 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. That's really huge. 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. So much that 90% of the data in the world has been created in last 2 years. From the day of its inception from 1960s till 2013. 1960s till 2013, the data that is generated is contributing merely 10%, just 10%, and the data that is generated from 2013 to 2015 is contributing 90%. 90%. Guys, what do I mean by that? Data generation is pretty much exponential. Look at the graph. With time, the graph is going exponentially up, up, and up. There is another interesting fact. If you see the technologies that are evolving with time, they are increasing linearly. They can handle the volume is increasing linearly. So guys, if we see the current scenario, there is a big gap between the ability to handle the data versus actual data, and that is the big data. That is the big data, big volume of data. Let's proceed ahead. Let's talk about few examples. Let's discuss few examples. Few real industry examples. Walmart, the biggest giant of retail. There is 200 million weekly customers. 200 million weekly customers across 10,700 stores in 27 countries. Now guys, when there are 200 million weekly customers, you can imagine the volume of data that Walmart is generating. With each and every customer buying any product, there is huge volume of data that is getting generated in the backend, and even data is generating in the form of XMLs, semi-structured data, not 100% structured data. If we talk about the transaction, every hour Walmart is having 1.5 million customer transactions. Again, very big figure. Walmart is having 3 petabytes of data stored in its Hadoop cluster. 3 petabyte of data, just their transaction data of just last few years. Let's take another example. All of us are using Facebook. On Facebook, there are 4.5 billion likes every day. 4.5 billion. 350 million photos are uploaded on daily basis. 250 billion photos are stored by the Facebook. By the way, guys, I'm having one question. I'm sure many of you have observed the same. Guys, if you open your wall of Facebook, if you open your Facebook wall, your Facebook page, if you have observed, the profile pic of your friends are getting uploaded very fast. Profile pics of your friends are getting loaded very fast. You can see that very fast as compared to the pics that he has shared. How many of you have observed this, by the way? Profile pics of your friend you can see very fastly. It's getting loaded very fastly as compared to the pics he has shared. There is a big reason, by the way, behind that. Okay, many guys have observed that. That's really good. Guys, do you know what is the reason? The reason is your profile pics are stored in Hadoop. Your profile pics are stored in HBase and Hadoop. That is a Hadoop ecosystem. That is a big data solution. That's why it is getting downloaded very fast. The response time of HBase is in few milliseconds. When there are petabytes of data stored inside HBase, then also HBase can give you answers in few milliseconds. That's really nice. Apart from that, even your messaging and chatting is also on the top of Hadoop and its ecosystem. Let's talk about another. 10 billion messages are sent every day on Facebook. On your messaging on the top of Hadoop. 1 trillion posts in Facebook's graph search database. 1 trillion posts. Facebook is processing 500 terabytes of data daily. 500 terabytes of data daily. Again, very big figure. Now guys, I'm giving you one example. With that, I'll ask you one question also. Please answer that. The one figure is that one Boeing plane engine generates 200 TB of data for every hour of flying. Question is, how much data do all the flights in this world generate every year if there are 100,000 two-engine flights daily? A rough estimation, these many flights are daily, by the way, in the world. Now the question is, how much data is getting generated? How much data these flights will generate? You can ping me your answer. Just wanted to see what exactly you're thinking for that. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the answers in the range of thousands of petabytes. Any bigger answer, bigger than that? Anything, anyone thinking about bigger than thousands of petabytes? Okay, I think all the answers in the range of thousands of petabytes. Let me answer. Guys, the answer is 6 million petabytes or 6,000 exabytes. That's really huge. Very, very huge. The 6,000 exabytes of data these airline industries are planning to collect in real time, and they will process this data in real time. So guys, we are aware that recently there were 2 incidents about Malaysian airline and AirAsia. So these airline industries will collect this data in real time. They will process this data and they will help in case of any issues. If there is any issues, if they found that there is any issue or there will be any issue, if they can predict the issues also, then they will help. They will provide the necessary help. Let's proceed ahead. Now, this is very important slide. The 4 V's of big data. Till now we talked about we knew the name of 3 V's of big data. Now the 4th V is also introduced. The 4 V's of big data. The very first V, we are pretty much aware of first V, volume. That is scale of data. So guys, we know that by 2020, there will be 40 zettabytes of data. 40 zettabytes or 43 trillion GBs of data will be there on the planet. And as discussed, 2.5 trillion bytes or 2.3 trillion gigabytes. 2.3 trillion gigabytes of data is getting generated every day. Most of the companies in US have at least 100 TB of data, at least 100 TB of data. So we are aware, we understand that, okay, volume we can understand, it's really very huge. Data in the range of terabytes to petabytes to exabytes. That much data is getting generated because many sources of data is coming. And even guys, if you compare that, earlier the pictures that we were capturing from our cameras, that was of hardly few KBs. Now a normal camera, a moderate camera is generating a picture of size 5 MBs, at least 5 MBs. You can imagine from 5 KB to 5 MB, 1000 times increase just in picture. So overall industry, it's huge volumes of data that is getting generated. Volume we understand. Let's move ahead to velocity. Velocity means analysis of streaming data. If I give you one example guys, 1 TB of trade information is generated during each trading session in New York Stock Exchange. 1 TB of trade events. You can understand guys, one trade event is of size hardly few bytes, not even KBs. So you can imagine the number of records, the volume that is getting generated. And now the challenge is the stock exchange need to identify the potential fraud. If there is any issue, if there is any potential fraud that is happening, they need to stop that. By 2016, it is projected that there will be 18.9 billion network connections. That is almost 2.5 connections per person on the earth. Velocity means the speed at which the data is getting generated equals to the speed at which the data is processed. The processing speed must be same. The processing speed must be same as the generation speed. By the way, in next few slides we'll discuss velocity in great details. Let's quickly jump to variety. So guys, variety, that is different forms of data. What do I mean by variety? Variety means different forms of data. As of 2011, the global size of data in healthcare was estimated to be 150 exabytes. And again, that is increasing exponentially. You can imagine how much data will be there today. 30 billion pieces of content are shared on Facebook every month. Another form of data. Guys, 4 billion hours of videos are watched on YouTube every month. There are 400 million tweets by 200 million active users on the Twitter. Volume, velocity, variety. This variety, different forms of data is getting generated and with huge volume and huge variety, huge velocity. Fourth dimension, that is veracity. Veracity is pretty different than the first 3 V's. Veracity means uncertainty in the data. Veracity means whether the data that I am getting is correct or not, is meaningful to me or not, will help me in taking the decision or not. Guys, 33% or 1 in the 3 business leaders don't trust the information they use to make the decision. That's really very big. Poor data quality costs the US economy around $3 trillion per year. Veracity, there are chances of noise, there are chances of ambiguities, latencies in the data that must be fixed, that must be handled before taking any decision. Just one more point, guys, let's discuss. By the end of this year, by the end of 2015, there will be 4.5 million IT jobs by big data to support the big data, with 1.9 million alone in United States. You can understand the speed at which the big data is growing. Big data industry is growing. Now let's one by one understand all these V's. These are very important, guys. This session is very fundamental. You should firstly understand the problem of big data, what exactly our industry is facing. So whenever you will discuss with your clients that if your client is also facing this type of problems, it means they need big data solutions. They need Hadoop as a solution. So today we are going to talk about the problems, big data, big scenario, the complete end-to-end picture of big data. After that, we'll discuss about the use cases also. Now, I'm adding two more V's apart from volume, velocity, variety, and veracity. Now validity and volatility. Let's quickly see these V's. Then we will take the important V's, and then again we will discuss with some use cases. Volume means massive volumes of data, that is in the range of terabytes to zettabytes. Velocity, the rate at which the data is processed should be equals to the rate at which the data is generated. Generation speed and processing speed must be equal. Demand and supply must be equal, like that. Just analogy. Variety, the data is generated in variety of formats, including structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. We understand all these V's, we already discussed. Veracity, the collection of data may have noise. The data may have noise, the data may have abnormality. This is called dirty data. Dirty data needs to be cleaned before any analysis. Now guys, validity and volatility are quite related to each other. Validity, that is the correct data and accurate, are intended to use for taking the decision. And volatility, how long the data is valid and how long it should be stored for analysis. Like suppose if I am doing any sort of prediction, I am doing predictive analysis. I am doing predictive analysis like what will be my sales in next 3 months. I know next 3 months is this summer. I must use last 10 years summer's data to predict what will be my sales. If I'm using last 10 years summer as well as winter's data, big blunder. I'll not get correct results. So these two V's refer to the correctness and accuracy of data that is getting used to take the decision. Now let's talk about volume with few use cases. So guys, today we are living in the world of data. Massive volumes of data is getting generated in the range of terabytes to zettabytes. The data generated by machines, network devices, sensors, satellites, geospatial data, human interaction on these human interactions on systems like transaction-based data that is stored through years, text, images, videos from social media, etc. Now, interesting use case. Turn 12 terabytes of tweets created each day. Turn this 12 terabytes of tweets into improved product sentiment analysis. What do I mean by product sentiment? Anybody knows what is sentiment analysis, by the way, guys? Anybody? What is sentiment analysis? Anybody know? Correct. Opinion mining. Correct. What people is thinking, what is people's attitude. Correct. All the answers are correct. So what is people's attitude? What is exactly people's feeling? What exactly he is thinking behind that text data? So yeah, correct. Understanding the conversation about the people or company or any product. So guys, say for example, if I am writing anything on the Twitter about, say suppose a product launched by a company, or a services of a company, or a movie that is launched recently. Now the product owner or company or the movie producer, he is interested in finding out whether I am writing positive or negative. Suppose I am a company owner. Suppose I am owner and I am launching a product and you are writing something about my product. Now I am interested in finding out whether you are writing positive, negative or neutral about my product. This is the sentiment analysis. So guys, turn 12 terabytes of tweets created each day into improved product sentiment analysis to identify the customer's view. Okay, let's understand it in some other way. If you are launching a product, you must satisfy customers' requirement, because customer is your end people and user. They must be satisfied. And if people are saying negative about your product, people are not liking your product, people are leaving, people will leave you, you must take necessary actions in time. You must take necessary action in time. Let me give you a very interesting case. By the way guys, recently with one of the client who's a very big product developer. So it's a mobile phone developer, by the way. Let me even disclose that also. So guys, what they exactly want to know, today they are launching a handset, they are launching a particular model. How much time it will take to generate the sales report? Generally standard time, all of you guys, standard time, how much time it takes? It's a very interesting study, by the way. Correct. 3 months, 4 months. It's a standard time of the industry. It will take at least 3 to 4 months, whether the people are liking it or not, or whether this is failure or success, whether people are purchasing. Overall my sales across the globe, when I'll get my sales figure, I'll come to know that whether this product was a big hit or a big miss, big flop. Now what is exactly the issue? When we visit them guys, what they were asking us, that today I am launching a product and I'll come to know after 3 months or 4 months whether people are liking it or not, whether it's successful or not, whether people are saying, oh, it's a big blunder, or whether people are happily accepting. Suppose people are not accepting it. Suppose people are saying negative about my product. Suppose people are saying, oh, this is very important feature that is missing from your handset. When I'll come to know about these reports from my sales figures and feedbacks, it's almost 3 to 4 months. In these 3 to 4 months, there will be thousands to millions of pieces, thousands to millions of units manufactured. That is very big loss for the company. What exactly they want to know? They want exactly that. Just in few weeks, if I can give them the reports, whether people are saying negative, okay, negative, what negative, how much percent negative. So guys, what we did, we simply collected the data from the social media. We collected data from social media, we collected data from user review websites, we collected data from news websites and a number of different portals. Now today morning at 9 a.m. they are launching. From 9 a.m. we are continuously collecting the data and we are analyzing that data. Just at the end of the day, we are providing them the report, boss. 70% people are saying positive about your product, 30% negative. Okay, he's very happy. Okay, 70% positive. Okay, what positive, what they are liking? This X, Y, Z, these are the features that they are liking about the product. These are the features they are liking about the product. And what they are not liking. Now he's more interested in what they are not liking. So they are not liking a specific feature. They are not liking that, oh, this there is a important app is not there, a important feature is missing, screen is not that much responsive, XYZ. Immediately they will take the decision, immediately they will start improving the things. Okay, there is a relevant question, let me take it. Where do they extract these sentiments from? Twitter, Facebook, both. Twitter and Facebook both. Yeah, it's related to tags as well. It's without tags as well. Correct. With the both. That is, this is just small sources of data just from, there are a number of different sources, like especially the user review websites, Mouthshut and these type of website. Apart from that, news websites, and there are a number of portals are also there where people actually writes with or without hashtag. There are methodology that you can collect the data. Now another very important use case, turn billions of customer complaints to analyze root cause of customer churn. Guys, customer churn is very big issue. Customer churn is biggest issue of the customer facing industry. Whether you are from healthcare, whether you are from telecom, whether you are from finance, whether you are from retail, if people are leaving you, it is the biggest worry. Now let me share you use case. When I was working with a leading telecom company in India, and let me not disclose the name. What exactly, you all are aware, guys, that there is a portability in India and people can switch the operators. What exactly the issue this operator was facing, he asked me, why people are leaving me? I'm again and again improving myself. I am providing them better call rates. I'm providing them the better tariffs. I'm providing them the better services. Then why people are leaving me? What exactly is they don't like about me? Whether they are not liking my services, whether they are not liking my tariffs, what exactly they don't like. So guys, when we saw their customer complaint data, there was billions of records was there. The data was in the range of petabytes. Not only their customer complaints data, we collected again data from all the web portals, whether that is social media, whether that is news websites and all. We analyzed that data with the help of big data, which was not possible with the conventional technologies, and we gave them the top 10 results. It was the first requirement. Let me even tell you that why people are leaving you. First issue was the automatic balance reduction. Second issue, again and again called cut. These type of issues, XYZ issues was there. What do I mean by this, guys? The problems that was not solvable earlier, the problems that was not really solvable earlier is now solvable with the big data. Even we are just at the first V, that is the volume. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about the second V, that is velocity. According to Gartner, velocity means both how fast the data is being produced and how fast the data must be processed to meet the demand. My processing speed must be equals to or greater than the generation speed, otherwise I'll lag, I'll run behind. The flow of data is massive and continuous. The real-time data can help business to make the decision in real time. Now guys, do you know people are moving towards real-time analysis? People are moving towards real-time analysis. That is, just within a second they want to know, okay, what exactly happened? Rather than at the end of the day, rather than waiting till the end of the day, they want to know immediately. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example with a telecom operator, another telecom operator. What exactly they asked us that as soon as if there is any issue in my network, I must get an alarm. As soon as there is any service down, as soon as there is any small bug, any issue, I'll immediately send my operator, I'll immediately correct it, I'll immediately take the action. What was happening earlier? Earlier it was like almost one day it was taking that, people was needing that to get that, okay, there was some issue in the network. This type of real-time analysis is happening, or people are really needing in all the industry. In the retail, They are interested in finding out, okay, what is exactly happening currently. Last 5 minutes, how many transactions was there? That is in real time. In the stream, you are getting the data and you must process the data in real time and generate the insights. This is very important. Let me give you a very interesting use case. You all guys are aware of that. Scrutinize millions of credit card transactions made each day to identify potential fraud. Okay, let me ask you. So guys, how much time do you need to do a credit card transaction? How much time? Interesting use case. Let me tell you guys, it's really very interesting. Correct. Hardly 5 seconds. Yeah, even 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Correct. Not more than that. In that time, guys, your data must move from your system to the transaction system. There you will be authenticated. You will be authenticated with your password. After that, your data will travel to analytics system and it will be analyzed for the potential frauds. It will be analyzed for the potential frauds. What do I mean by potential fraud? Can anyone tell me? Potential frauds. Okay, let me give you one example. At 9 a.m. I'm doing a transaction from Mumbai. At 9 a.m. from a specific credit card, I'm doing a transaction from Mumbai. Just after 2 minutes, there is a transaction request from same credit card from Chennai. There is something missing, something issue, something fishy. This transaction should be stopped. Usually I'm doing a transaction in INR, suddenly request in US dollars. Usually my coordinates are say Mumbai or India typically. Suddenly a request from Netherlands, suddenly a request from UK. Yes, there are chances that my card is hacked. Correct feature. So guys, these type of transactions must be stopped. Okay, let me take a relevant question. What if it is net based via VPN? If from a domain in another country, by the way guys, this happened recently to me when I was doing a transaction from an ICICI bank account and I was connected to one of my client. He was in UK. Immediately my transaction was stopped. My transaction was denied, and just in almost 40 seconds I got a call from customer care that there was a transaction request from this location. Was it you? So then I told, yes, this was me, please allow me to do the transaction. I was connected with another VPN and so on. Or by the way guys, I'm sure you are aware, if the severity is not that much high, then you'll get some sort of corrective measures like one-time passwords are there or some sort of extra measures are taken. Okay, another use case. You all are aware of this, I'm sure. On Google, if we search about traveling, shopping for electronics, if we search for apparel, shoes, watch, anything, Google will provide us relevant advertisement while browsing in real time. How many of you have observed? Now this time I'm sure I'll get 100% response. Okay, that's great. All of you have observed. That's really great. Guys, I'm searching for a mobile phone. Just after few seconds I'll get the advertisement for mobile phone. That's really very nice. And even the advertisement for me is different, advertisement for you is different, advertisement for a third person is different. There are billions of users using Google, and Google can identify individual users, and he can give each and every user a different advertisement based on his requirement. So guys, do you know Google, earlier it was a broadcasting way of advertisement. Now the advertisements are unicast. That is highly content driven. Advertisements are highly content driven and in real time. That is, I'll get response within few seconds. Now guys, suppose Google will give me advertisement after 10 minutes. But by that 10 minutes I have purchased mobile phone. That's not, now the advertisement is not useful for me. After 10 minutes, that advertisement is not useful for me. That's why, guys, the real time word is very important. Okay. These two V's are very important. These two V's are very important. Now let's proceed ahead. Variety. Variety refers to many sources and types of data. That is from structured to unstructured. It can be in the form of free flow of text para, like in front of your screen, text documents, emails, meter collected data, audio, video, stock ticker data, images, PDF, monitoring devices, binary data, logs in any formats, data in any format. That is the variety of data. Now guys, my actual data is generated in all these formats. To handle these varieties of data from various sources, we need an innovative form of solution that can handle unstructured data. Because guys, we know RDBMS can't handle unstructured data. RDBMS can only handle structured data. What about my unstructured data? That is also really very important. We need an innovative form of solution for the same. Let's proceed ahead. Variety we already understand. Veracity. Veracity means biases, noise, abnormalities, ambiguities, latencies in the data. If I am collecting the data, whether that there is any latency, am I getting the actual to the point data, to the time data? Is the data that is being stored and mined meaningful to problem being analyzed? A big question. A big question. Whether that is meaningful or not. The example that I have given to you, like if I am predicting any data for the winter, I must use previous winter's data. I must use correct data. So guys, to keep your data clean and process, to keep dirty data from accumulating in your system, you must pre-process your data. This is again a golden rule of big data industry. You must pre-process all the data and remove the dirty data, and your dirty data must not be entered into your data center. Yes, so let me take a relevant question. Is it possible to search anything in video? Yes, using any video libraries, if you can use any video processing libraries, that is possible. You can perform any type of things. By the way, let me give you a few examples. Like say, recently we got an example. Recently we got a requirement from our client, a leading retailer of US. They are having big stores, and what exactly is the problem that they are facing? They are capturing all their locations of their store using CCTV camera 24/7. It's capturing the videos. They want to analyze lot many parameters. What they are saying, that from this video you analyze and tell me whether there is any theft. You tell me whether there is any suspicious activity. You tell me whether my store is clean or not. You tell me whether my store is aligned properly or not. You tell me the number of head counts, XYZ, and number of parameters they expected. And that is really possible. We can process the videos also with the big data. Okay, let's move ahead. Transformation of big data. Now guys, it's very important. How exactly we are converting the information, or we are collecting the raw data and we are converting them into actionable insight. Understand this. We are collecting pretty raw data. We collect that and store in our repository. We organize that data and then it will become information. We summarize that information and it will become knowledge. We analyze and synthesize that data. We analyze and synthesize that knowledge to provide actionable insights, that is further leading to the decision making. Guys, this is the most important reason of big data. This is the most important thing of big data, to help the business in taking the decision, taking the right decision at right point of time. So from the raw data I should say, to actionable insight, Guys, do you know our analytics has reached to quite new heights? That is, today we can answer the question which was not answerable earlier. Okay, let me give you one example that already I have summarized, by the way. Earlier, when we were getting the requirement from our client, it was historical analysis, right? Like, what was my sales last year? What was my sales last 6 months? What was my sales last Diwali, last Christmas? But today we are getting the requirement. People are interested in finding out what will be my sales. What will be my sales next month? What will be my sales next 6 months, next Diwali? And they are taking the preventive action. They are taking action in advance. Predictive analysis is really very amazing thing. Means you can analyze and you can tell the business owner with 75% accuracy that this will happen. And your business can take the decision based on that. That's really nice. Let's move ahead. Now guys, let's quickly see the conventional approaches and then we'll see the problem associated with these conventional approaches. So for the storage, we all are aware that we were using RDBMS. RDBMS for the structured data. What do I mean by RDBMS? Oracle, DB2, MySQL, MS SQL. These are the RDBMS that are in the picture from 90s till 2005. They were solving the problems. OS file system to handle unstructured data. Now for the processing, we can run SQL queries on RDBMS and custom frameworks are developed for OS file system. Mostly I have seen Perl and C. These are quite favorite for the clients who are handling the data, unstructured data, and who are processing their data on OS file systems. But the point here is there are lots of issues. There are lots of problems with these conventional approaches. Let's discuss these problems in great details. The very first point is limited storage capacity. Now guys, let's take the example. Let's even take a name like Oracle. Oracle, most popular in the industry. There is Oracle machine is deployed on single machine. Oracle system is deployed on single machine. So guys, there is a limited storage capacity. That is, it cannot store data beyond some volume. Not store data beyond some volume. That is a limited capacity, storage capacity. Now guys, if I give you the example of a leading telecom operator here, when I was working with them guys, they were needing to archive their data again and again. They need to archive their data again and again, and even from the business they are getting the requirement of reports on that archived data as well. They are getting the requirement that their business want reports on the data that was little old. What they need to do, they need to again load the archived data again based on the business requirement to another third system. That's a very painful process. That's really very painful process. Now, another issue, very big issue, limited processing capacity. Limited processing capacity. Guys, on a single machine, if Oracle is deployed on single machine, we have fixed number of CPU cores as deployed on single machine. So it can process, it can utilize these limited CPUs only. So for that telecom operator, that is even TTSL, they are taking almost 3 to 4 hours to generate few reports, few advanced report. They are taking this much time, and even we are having a very nice use case. When I'll show you that use case, you will simply say wow, of a leading retailer. Now in use case section we'll see that. No scalability guys, we can't really scale our systems, we can't really scale our RDBMS systems as we can't add more resources on the fly. That is, without any downtime we can't add more resources. There is a single point of failure. If your machine goes down, you need to wait until it becomes up. You don't have any other option. Very big issue. Sequential processing. Since your machine is deployed, your repository is deployed on single machine, you can't have true parallel processing. Another issue, RDBMS can only handle structured data. What about unstructured data? required pre-processing of data. RDBMS used ETL methodologies which requires pre-processing of data. Guys, according to data scientists, if your data is converted, if your data is processed, then you are losing some percentage of information. What scientists are suggesting, you must have backup or you must store raw data. So ETL terminologies are getting changed with ELT terminologies, that is extract, transform and load is getting replaced with extract, load and then transform based on the requirements. By the way, ELT is very new in the industry, and with the help of big data, people are implementing ELT. That is, they are deploying big data solutions and they are loading the data as it is in the raw format. Let's talk about few other type of systems apart from RDBMS that is there. That is called typical distributed systems like SAN, storage area network. So guys, I'm sure all of you are aware. Here programs runs on the app server. All the data is on SAN, that is storage area network. That is ultimately storage servers. Before execution, each server get the data from SAN. So if they want to process any data, they will get the data from SAN. They will process this data, and once execution is done, they will again write the data back. They will again write the output to the SAN. But there are few issues with these distributed systems also. What are that? There is huge dependency on network and huge bandwidth demand. Guys, the very first point, that is data movement is required. A golden rule of big data industry, even today data industry, if any system is asking to move the data, you should discard that system. Data movement is prohibited. In latest technologies, data movement is prohibited. Data movement is not allowed. Data movement is not allowed, not acceptable. Apart from that, scaling up and down is not a smooth process. It's really very tricky. Partial failures are very difficult to handle. Again and again, you need to start from the scratch in case of any failures. A lot of processing power is spent on transportation of the data. Again, transportation of data I'll not accept. It's not acceptable. Data synchronization is required during the exchange. That is again a big problem. Now, we discussed in great details about the problems with typical legacy systems, conventional system. Now let's talk about conventional approach versus big data approach. The industry approach is changed. So guys, do you know traditional approach was structured and repeatable? Like business users determine what question to ask. They were asking like monthly sales report, give me profitability analysis, give me customer surveys. And IT will structure the data and answer that question. IT will simply answer all these questions. On the other hand, big data approach is iterative. Big data approach is exploratory. Here firstly IT will come into picture. IT will deliver a platform to enable creative discoveries. You can handle data of all the formats, whether that is email, whether that is from the blogs, whether that is multimedia, any format data. From any format you can collect the data. You can store the data, you can handle that data. And business can answer the questions like brand sentiments. Business can ask the questions like product strategy. Business can ask the questions like maximum asset utilization. All such type of questions are now answerable with the big data. Okay, let's move ahead. Now guys, next section is very important. It's big data use cases. Here we are going to discuss real life case studies on which few of which I have personally worked. Credit card fraud detection. Okay, we have discussed this. Let me take this a little fast. Let's talk about firstly problem statement. Guys, a US national bank which has a revenue of $10 billion is losing about 2% of its revenues, that is $20 million, due to fraudulent card transactions. What is our objective? Our objective is to identify whether the transaction is fraudulent or not. Now guys, to identify any potential fraud in a transaction is very challenging. What is the issue is time needed to complete the transaction is merely few seconds. So guys, the answer is data need to process in real time. That is data in motion analytics. Guys, again a very new term, very new in the industry, that is data in motion analytics. While your data is traveling, while your data is moving, we will analyze this data. We will analyze this data and we will generate the insights, because I can't wait. I can't wait until that my data will be stored, my data will be saved, and then I'll analyze the data. No, I'll be very late. So while the data is in motion, I'll analyze this and I'll process it. We have already discussed this. Let's move ahead. Sentiment analysis. Objective: identify the orientation of opinion in a piece of text. Your text can be from blogs, user comments, review websites, community websites, social media websites, etc. Sentiment analysis provides substance behind the social data. It processes the language and understands consumer feeling. It understands consumer feelings and attitudes toward brands or topic in an online conversation. So guys, if a company is launching a new product, using sentiment analysis, we can identify users' opinion. We can identify users' opinion about the same. Based on the user's opinion, products can be improved. Apart from that, it enables business to make the early decisions. Guys, we have discussed this in great details. It enables the business to make early decisions rather than wait for sales reports. These two use cases we have already discussed in great detail. Now let's talk about another use case on which I have personally worked. Application for leading retail client in India. My client is getting 100 GB of data daily in XML format. The data is not, I will not say data is very huge, because 100 GB is okay, a moderate size data, but processing is very complex. Invoice data needs to be transformed into structured format, which involves validation, verification, and complex business rules implementation. Guys, here the problem is this is invoice data, this is sales data, and they are actually analyzing each and every tag. They are analyzing each and every attributes, whether they are valid or not. So implementation is very complex, and problem is their legacy systems are incapable of processing the data in optimum time period. I got a requirement from their vice president that if you can process this data, and generate the insights in 5 hours. Okay, let me firstly give you their conventional approach methodology. They develop their solution in Perl, mostly in Perl, and time taken to process the data is 10 hours. To process this data, they are needing 10 hours to process this data. And the requirement from their business is their business want early alert. That is early in the morning at 7 or 6 in the morning, if they can get an alert of the data that is getting collected at around 3 a.m. They are getting the data at 3 a.m. from their stores. Now, the requirement was if I can reduce the time by 50%. That is 5 hours. We developed the solution in Big Data. We developed the solution in Hadoop. When we shown them the result, the time taken to process the data was merely 10 minutes on a cluster of 10 nodes. A very, very big achievement. It was really like a magic. It's really like a magic that from 10 hours we reduce time to 10 minutes. That is the power of big data. I'm getting lots of wows. I'm getting lots of excellent. Thank you so much, guys. By the way, this is one of my team actually worked, and I was also part of that. And when we shown the solution to the client, frankly speaking, their mouth remained open. It's a real thing, because I was also sitting there. So that's the beauty of big data. Let me give you another use case, again from a retailer. And even on this use case, I haven't worked. This use case is from Sears Holding. One of my friend worked. By the way, guys, this Sears use case is available on Google as well. If you want, you can read it on Google. So Google has 4,000 stores with millions of products and 100 million customers. They have collected 2 petabytes of data about their products, about their customers. Now, problem, their legacy systems are incapable of analyzing large amount of data for personalized marketing and loyalty campaigns. Let's talk about their conventional approach. They have analyzed just 10% of data. They have analyzed just 10% of data for personalizing loyalty and marketing campaigns on mainframe, Teradata and SS. Processing time to analyze 10% of data was 6 weeks. Again, really very huge. They shifted to Hadoop. They shifted to Big Data. They shifted to Hadoop with 300 node commodity servers. Time taken to process the data on Hadoop for 100% of their customers' data now is just 1 week. Guys, from 10% 6 weeks to 100% just 1 week. Interactive reports can be developed in 3 days instead of 6 to 12 weeks. They saved millions of dollars in mainframe and RDBMS cost and got 5,000% better performance. They increase their revenues through better analysis of customer data. By the way, guys, this all these figures are available on Google. Sears has made all these things on open also, that what exactly they have achieved using big data. Sears is running, by the way, I'm sure guys you are aware, Sears is running a project called mainframe elimination. They are eliminating mainframe using big data technologies. Not even Sears, there are a number of different companies. Even Infosys is also running initiative called mainframe elimination, because mainframe is very costly. Rather than that, if you use big data technologies, these are very economic and very fast, as well as very easy. Now, last use case where I'll give you the complete picture that IT infrastructure optimization. So guys, Amazon is running a big project. Even all the cloud operators are running projects for this. You can optimize your IT infrastructure using big data, advertisement analysis. Rather than broadcasting, now industry is going with unicast. Predictive analysis. Rather than historical analysis, people are going for the predictive analysis. Customer churn analysis. Why customers are leaving me? People are pretty much worried about that. You can analyze the same. Aadhaar project by Government of India is also using big data. Big data for storing your thumb impression, storing your retina information, all such things. Weather forecasting. Again, very nice thing. By the way, guys, just let me give you a recent incident. All of you are aware, I'm sure. Hudhud attacked Visakhapatnam, but government took already the preventive action. How? Due to big data, due to predictive analysis, due to weather forecasting. Government already told that Hudhud cyclone will attack Visakhapatnam at this point, on this date, at this point of time. This was really amazing. Very big gift from big data to the mankind. How? If you recall earlier, what was happening? Earlier, when cyclone hit, thousands people die, thousands crores lost, then government take any action, because we really don't know in advance. But now we know all these things in advance. Healthcare analysis. By the way, there is a nice use case that I'll share you later. That is for the cancer. That is again one of my friend is working for the analysis of cancer reports. Natural resource exploration. The companies who are exploring the natural resources, they are also using big data. They are also analyzing lots of pattern to identify on which location they are oils are available, gases are available, to explore the same. So guys, this is a complete picture of big data use cases. The complete picture of big data use cases. Now, although I have taken a number of use cases to give you the complete idea that okay, these are the big data problems and these are the solutions, how big data handle that. And even if your client is also facing some issue, you can relate this session that okay, yes, this is a big data problem. Your problem can be solved with big data technologies. Now let's talk about future and careers in big data in Hadoop. It's an important thing that you should be aware that what is the exactly the future. If you want to switch your career, people are switching, thousands or I should say tons of people are increasing their career. They are changing their career. They are shifting from their legacy systems to big data. Like guys, if I give you few examples, mainframe is getting eliminated. All mainframe guys are shifting to big data. Java, there is huge, means if I need 10 guys, I'll easily get 10,000 resumes for Java. Java people are shifting to big data. SQL, or let me take a general terminology, RDBMS. Complete RDBMS stack is shifting to big data because by the end of 2016, more than 60% of intelligence, business intelligence tool will have big data at its bottom, big data at its lower layer. By the end of 2015, according to Forbes, world's 75% of data will be in Hadoop. So people from all the fields are shifting to Hadoop, like system admins, where they were just taking care of one machine. Big data means thousands of machines, and they will handle thousands of machines. Apart from that, actually the pay scale, the learning, everything is quite good in big data. Let's discuss about that. IDC forecasts that big data technology and service market will grow at 40% a year, which is 7 times the estimated growth rate of overall IT and communication business. 7 times than overall IT and communication. That's really huge. Another research suggests that by 2016, more than 75% of data on the planet will be residing in Hadoop, the technology, the solution of big data problem. CIO Insights, a popular magazine, what it is saying that big data is big time important in the enterprise. A whooping 80% of companies says big data is important to their ongoing business operations, but 43% say it's a mission critical due to the shortage of big data talent. Guys, do you know by the end of 2014, just previous year, there was a shortage of 1.5 lakh big data guys alone in US. People are ready to pay anything to the experts. If you know big data, people are ready. Pay scale is very high as compared to the conventional technologies. If we talk about Google Trends, you yourself can also compare. If you see this green line, that is data warehouse. This green one, that is going down, down, down. ETL, yellow one, that is also going down, down, down. On the other hand, if you see red, that is for big data, or blue, that is for Hadoop, it's going exponentially up. It's going exponentially up and is still going up. And even if you see after 2015 also, the production is also quite high. Big data technologies are going continuously up, and the requirement in the industry is also increasing very fastly. Now, if I take the names of the companies who are hiring or using big data Hadoop, guys, it's an unending list, frankly speaking, but I have listed few companies. IT companies like Infosys, Accenture, IBM, TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, HCL, and so on. Analytics outsourcers like Mu Sigma, Fractal, Absolute Data, Latent View, Genpact, and so on. Retailers, Reliance, Walmart, Sears, Tesco, Carrefour. Consultants, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, McKinsey. If I talk about the financial domain, Citibank, SBI, HSBC, ICICI, JP Morgan. Telecom domain, Airtel, Reliance, Vodafone, Idea, TTSL. Healthcare domain, Novartis, Dr. Reddy's, Ranbaxy, Cipla. E-commerce, Amazon, PayPal, Flipkart, Snapdeal, eBay, and so on. Almost everybody has started using big data and Hadoop because of the demand, and your old technologies like RDBMS are getting obsolete. These technologies are getting replaced very fastly. So guys, before we start this venture, I was heading a big data practice in a leading analytics firm. There we have replaced conventional technologies at 47 client locations. Just I'm talking about my team. We have replaced at 47 locations the conventional technologies. That's really huge in just a span of 6 to 8 months. Careers in Hadoop. So guys, if I give you the career information, Hadoop architect, an interesting job role whose work is to design, manage and provide end-to-end big data solution. He will manage and he will provide end-to-end big data solution to the end client. The skills required for him is HDFS, MapReduce, Hive, HBase, Pig, Uzi, Scoop, Flume, Java, Linux, NoSQL, data warehousing, cloud computing, etc. By the way, guys, if you are new with these terminologies like MapReduce, Hive, HBase, Pig, these are the part of Hadoop ecosystem. These are the Hadoop families. These are the part of Hadoop families. Experience level required is 10 plus years. If we talk about Hadoop developers, so guys, the job function will be to develop applications in MapReduce. The skills required is MapReduce, HDFS, Hive and Java mainly. And he must have the basic knowledge of HBase, Pig, Uzi, Scoop, Flume, Linux, NoSQL. The experience level required is 0 to 5 years. Hadoop administrator. Now guys, admin's work is to manage, deploy, monitor the Hadoop cluster. End to end, he will install Hadoop, he will manage Hadoop, he will monitor Hadoop. Skills required for him is Hadoop, Linux, network management and hardware skills. Mainly these skills are required, and he must have basic knowledge of Hive, HBase, Pig, Uzi, Scoop, etc. Experience level is somewhere around 0 to 5 years. Hadoop Analyst, who analyze large amounts of data and bring out the insights. That is main skill required from him is Hive and SQL, because he will be running merely SQL queries and he will extract the insights, and he must have the basic knowledge of Hadoop, Pig and Flume. Again, experience level is 0 to 5 years. By the way guys, if you talk about how you can shift to these technologies or how you can become a Hadoop developer or Hadoop admin, you can join a Hadoop training course and you can shift to these technologies. So Hadoop developer course is totally different and Hadoop admin course is totally different, although there are lots of part is common. Developer will more focus on MapReduce and admin will more focus on deployment management and all. So guys, this session, the batches that we are starting, we are going to cover both Hadoop developer course as well as complete Hadoop admin course. We will cover both of these courses. By the way guys, these ecosystem projects that we talk, these we will discuss in next session, that what exactly is Hive, what exactly is HBase, what exactly is Pig, Uzi and all. Tomorrow we will be having a Hadoop introduction session, not just introduction, a deep dive into Hadoop. Then we'll be having introductory session of ecosystem, and then the day after tomorrow HBase, and then on Thursday we will be having a session on MapReduce, that is the heart of Hadoop. Okay, now let's talk about the job trends. Let's talk about the job trends. Guys, look at this. I'm having a job graph of Hadoop from Indeed.com. Look at this from 2009. The graph is going up, up, up and up of Hadoop. It's really going very up very fastly. The requirement of big data is increasing very fastly. So if I summarize this session guys, in this session we have seen big data, we have discussed about data explosion, we have seen essence of big data, the transformation of big data. After that we discussed about conventional approaches and problems associated with it. We discussed about the solutions. We have discussed use cases in great details. After that we discussed about future of big data. So that's it for the day guys. By the way, if anybody is having any questions, any doubts, the forum is open for your questions. By the way guys, just for first 4 sessions your voice is not enabled, so excuse me for that. From the next session, that is from the 5th one, voice will be enabled and you can speak as I am speaking. You can ask. By the way guys, you can see our contact information also. You can contact us on 845184607 and our contact information. You can mail us info@data-flair.com. You can visit our website, or you can even like our Facebook page also. There are lots of online videos are also available. Meanwhile, if anybody is having any questions, any doubts, it was an excellent session. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you please show the volume section once again? Sure, Atul. We'll go to the volume section. Yes. So meanwhile, Atul is asking his question. Vijay is asking, can we get the? Yeah, Vijay, you will get the recorded session of this. You'll get the recording of this session, and the recording will be mailed to you. Our representative will mail you the recording. Srinivas is asking, can I have recorded session, recorded video of this session? Yes, Srinivas, you'll get the recorded session. You'll will mail you the recordings. By today only, we'll mail you the recording. What is sentiment analysis? Naga, sentiment analysis is finding out people's opinion, finding out people's sentiment, finding out what exactly people are thinking. Say for example, if you are writing any comment, say tomorrow just a movie is launched like NH10. You love this movie and Anushka's acting is very nice and all these things. Now the people will collect your comment and they will analyze this, and they will find out whether you are saying positive or negative. That is exactly the complete sentiment analysis. That is people opinion mining. That is finding out whether people are saying positive or negative. Nagamani, I think I have answered your question, and I think in this session we have discussed this in great details, and there is a specific slide there we have discussed about this, and recording will also be shared, so you can go through that also. The PPT. This PPT will, instead of PPT, the complete recording will be shared, Tejasvi. How can I get this recorded session? Trilokesh, you will get a mail from our representative about the recording of the session. And even recording will also be available on the Vimeo or YouTube also. How Hadoop is achieving magic? Actually, Nagaraj, the magic is due to the cluster processing, is due to the parallel processing. Hadoop doesn't work on single machine. Instead of that, it works on multiple machines parallelly. So please attend our tomorrow's session. We will discuss this in great details tomorrow. Shubham is asking, is there benefit of taking Hadoop training for placement purpose? Shubham, if we are looking for the placements, I would say Hadoop would be the best platform. Hadoop will be the best technologies to learn. Let me give you one example. One student from NIT, he attended the training. He was struggling very hard to get the placement. After attending the training, he is placed with a two-digit package and very big company. The testimonial for the same is available in our YouTube channel also. There is a video testimonial is available. So Shubham, if there is a requirement of 100 guys, hardly people are getting just one guy of big data. And regarding this support, we will surely assist you in the placement also. Okay, Vijay is asking, in share market, are they using Hadoop? Yes, people are using Hadoop in share market. Even in all the industry, people are using Hadoop. Is there any possibility of select particular share? Vijay, your question is not clear. Selecting any particular share for using Hadoop, I think you're talking about exactly analyze, and your machine will tell that you should buy this particular share, right? You're talking about machine learning. So for the machine learning, there is one component called Mahout. So that is for machine learning. So that is part of Hadoop family, but Mahout is a different component than that is not scope of our training. Mahout is available. That is a little complex than Hadoop, although it works on the top of Hadoop. But yes, there is a component available, and that is very complex. That is very complex, and that is very new, very innovative. That is a machine learning. You will train your machine and that itself will take the decision. Abhijit is asking, is it possible to start career in big data? Yes, you can start the career in the big data. Currently working on monitoring. Yes, Abhijit, people are shifting from PHP, people are shifting from Linux, people are shifting from SQL developer, people are shifting from DBAs, people are shifting from this business analyst, and number of different domain. You can shift to Hadoop. You can shift to big data quite easily. Shubham, yes, Shubham, for the fresher, for the placement, that is the example that I have given you. That is for the fresher only. By the way, testimonials are also available on our YouTube channel. If you browse that, people got quite nice package, nice job after attending our training, and they got nice package. What do you mean by number of nodes? Vishal, number of nodes means number of machines, number of servers. Hadoop doesn't work on just one machine. Hadoop works on, say you can deploy 1000 machines, 1000 nodes. So that exactly I mean by nodes. That means machine. Mohammed is saying, thanks Anish for this great session. Thank you so much, Mohammed. What is MapReduce? Naga, I would say wait for tomorrow's session. We will discuss this in great details. It will need almost 15 minutes for the introduction of MapReduce, and during our sessions we will spend around 15 hours in the MapReduce, because MapReduce is the heart of Hadoop. Hadoop is that much popular just due to MapReduce. Do you know big data is a big problem and Hadoop is a solution? Hadoop, a big data solution. More than 95% of people are using Hadoop to solve their big data problem. That much popular Hadoop is due to MapReduce. So that's why MapReduce is called heart of Hadoop. We will discuss that surely. How is DFS different from RAID? Others, RAID is a technology that is you redundantly store multiple copy of data on your disk, so that in case of disk failure you will be having data available. You will be having a replicated copy of data is available. But in HDFS, that is distributed file system, you will be having your data stored, multiple copies of data stored at the application level. On the I think the day after tomorrow's session, we will discuss HDFS in great details. I joined through invite sent by friends. How can I get the recording? Can you post on every page? Yeah, Jayati, it will be post on every page as well. And apart from that, you can ping your email ID. You can just ping your email ID and you will get the email. What about the details of the course fee? Mohammed, you will get a mail about the course fee details. By the way, course fees is, if you see the market fees is very high. It's really very high actually, but we are providing 2 trainings and the cost is even quite less than even one course. You'll get a mail from our side. I am into testing and proficient with SQL queries. Can I switch over to Hadoop? Tejasvi, yes, you can also switch over to Hadoop. Even you can switch over to Hadoop Admin or Hadoop Development also, based on your interest. So I would say if you are interested in Hadoop Development, you can switch in Hadoop Development also. And okay, what is the prerequisite for the Hadoop Development is a Java course. By the way, guys, good news, we are going to share the complete Java sessions also with you. That is, you will get self-paced Java sessions, complete Java training also with this course. That will be a complimentary gift from our side, with the help of which you can brush up your Java skills. That is required for MapReduce. For freshers, what are the opportunities? Trilokesh, till 2000 and till the end of 2012, people was not accepting the freshers, but from the starting of 2013, people started accepting freshers. Freshers are also getting hired even from the campus also. And the example that I have given you, like people are placed in Morgan Stanley, people are placed in Mu Sigma, People are placed in even surely all top companies like Google, Facebook, they are also hiring for big data. So Trilokesh, I would say people are shifting to big data. People are shifting after spending say 5 years, 15 years, 20 years. The maximum experience guy that I got is having 20 years of experience in other technologies. He shifted to big data after this training. But for the freshers, I would say it would be a golden opportunity because you will start your career as a big data, and there is an infinite scope in big data technologies. How much this career would be interesting, satisfying compared to Java English? Nagaraj, actually, let me give you my example. I have spent around 7 years in Java also. I was a Java architect earlier before I shifted to big data. Java's life was pretty much monotonous. The pay scale was also very less as compared to big data. And Java is like once you have mastered, you just keep using, and life will become quite monotonous, boring. But big data is very interesting. There are lots of new tools, technologies, new information that you will learn, and apart from that, it's still evolving. You will get to know lot many things that okay, this is a new tool that is coming in the market. You will get to know about that also. Apart from that, pay scale is also very high. So even my own case, 5 years ago when I shifted to big data, I frankly speaking I'm enjoying a lot in big data. Ankita is saying thank you Anish, it was a great session. Thank you so much Ankita. 5 years is the max experts in Hadoop. Yes Vijay, I think 5 years are the maximum of Hadoop, because Hadoop's first stable version came in 2012 only, towards the end of 2012, and I have started working when Hadoop was even not launched. Actually I was a part of big open source community, and one of my friend was working at Facebook. So from him I came to know that Facebook is investing a lot in big data and Hadoop, and I got to know about all this technology, and I learned Hadoop from him only. That's why I'm quite early entrant. Do you cover HBase? Yes, Rama, we are going to cover HBase also. We are going to cover HBase to a certain level, that to the installation, to the workshop. That is because HBase complete training itself is of around 25 hours, but we will cover around 1.5 hours of HBase. That will give you a sufficient information about HBase. That is, we will show you the use case, we will show you the installation, we will give you the hands-on. Everything will be covered. Trilokesh is saying it was my first webinar on big data and Hadoop. It was really great experience. Thank you. Thank you so much, Trilokesh. Rama is saying no SQL DB. Yes, I think Rama, I have answered your question. Yes, we will cover this. Shubham is saying, do we need to be very good in coding for getting excellence in Hadoop? Shubham, you should have the basic knowledge of coding, I should say. And you must code. Actually, not an extensive coding is required on Hadoop. Actually, I would say rather than that, you must be aware of just core Java. You must be aware of core Java. And if you are not aware, then no issues. We will help you to learn that. Also, we will provide you complete training of Java as well. So yes, the knowledge of Java is required, but not exactly the expert level. Just you must have the intermediate level of knowledge. Deepak is saying, please send me the recording. Sure, Deepak, you will get the recording. Krishna, I'm working on, okay, Krishna is saying, I'm working on Informatica. Can I switch to big data? Yes, you can, Krishna. If you are aware, Informatica is investing a lot in big data. Informatica is coming up with lots many big data tools also, like HParser that Informatica has come up, and that is again very nice tool. Informatica has come up with the Power Center edition of Informatica, that is connection with big data is available. So in my previous batch, 2 guys from Informatica was there who switched to big data technologies. And yes, you can easily switch to big data technologies, and people are shifting from Informatica as well. How HDFS differ from normal file system? Naga, I would say wait for tomorrow's session. This question will surely be answered, because this is pretty subjective question. We will discuss this in great details. Sir, can you please tell the difference between Hadoop and NoSQL? Atul, Hadoop is a complete framework that can handle data in the range of petabytes, that is distributed, that can run on thousands of nodes parallelly. By the way, for more information, tomorrow we'll discuss. But NoSQL is, I would say, the database that comes into the picture where SQL stop answering your questions. SQL stop answering your problem. SQL stop handling your data. That is HBase. So if you store petabytes, by the way, you can't really store petabytes of data in Oracle, but suppose if you store petabytes of data in Oracle or billions of rows in Oracle, the query time will be, if you want to get some data, if you suppose you store some say 10 trillion rows in Oracle, the query time will be around 1 week. On the other hand, in NoSQL, the query time will be just few milliseconds, not even second, few milliseconds. That is the beauty of NoSQL. Shikha is asking, just want to ask how Hadoop is different from distributed data. Shikha, Hadoop, the framework is developed with two components, that is HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS is distributed data storage system, Hadoop distributed file system. So Hadoop is using this technology, this methodology, that is distributed data storage. It is using the same, and the same concept, using the same concept only, your data will be stored distributedly. The day after tomorrow we'll discuss this in great details. Harsha is saying, great session. Could you let me know what are the testing opportunity in Big Data Hadoop? Yes, Harsha, for the testing professionals also, let's take the example like when you were developing, when developers was developing the code in Java, and testing guys were testing those codes, like they were doing all their QA and testing. Similarly, in Hadoop also there is a development cycle and there is a typical testing methodology, testing cycles. There is a use cases, test cases, everything is there. So yes, regarding testing also there is an opportunity, but I would say highest opportunity in Hadoop is for the development and admin. Testing is little back. Vikas Kumar, in your practical session, how much big data you are going to deal with? Vikas, we are going to deal with quite large size of data actually, but don't worry, the code that we are going to develop, even the code that we are going to run on single machine, that will be applicable, that will run as it is when you will be having 1,000 node cluster, when you will be having petabytes of data. The same code will be applicable on there also. So don't worry, the framework is pretty much scalable and you can handle the data in the range of petabytes, zettabytes, yes, that you are writing. How we will do the practical in this session? I'm pretty much interested in this session. Because for the practicals, we will be installing a virtual machine, and on the same we are going to do all the practicals. Like I'll guide you to set up the virtual machine and Hadoop on your machine also. And for real Hadoop cluster, we are going to use cloud, Amazon cloud we are going to use. Okay. Regarding difference between Hadoop and SQL, I think we have already discussed this. Sheller, thanks Anish, thank you so much. Okay, Samek is saying thank you for this nice session. Thank you so much. Vijay saying thank you so much, it's a nice session. Thank you so much, Vijay. Tejasvi, thanks for this session, also for answering my queries. Thank you. Vishal is saying, how will students use Hadoop as it's not an open source? Vishal, Hadoop is open source. Hadoop is 100% open source. You can even download the source code. You can change the source code according to your requirements. That is a really interesting and important news for you. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss again this in great details, and I'll give you my use case also. When I got a requirement from my client that was not fulfilled by Hadoop, I simply downloaded the source code. I changed the code according to the requirement. Atul, I think I have answered your question regarding difference between Hadoop and NoSQL, and this question is a little more subjective. We'll discuss this again in great details in our actual session also. This career is more interesting to me. Thanks a lot for the current. Thank you, Nagaraj. I have 9 years experience in mainframe. Can I switch to big data? I don't have experience in Java. Sunil Kumar, I would say you must immediately switch to big data, because you know, mainframe is getting eliminated very fastly. Recently there was a research, and it is predicted that by the end of 2017, 70% of the mainframes will be replaced with the big data. I would say yes, you can easily switch to big data. And regarding your Java knowledge, no issues. I think you, in actual case also, you won't be coding much, but in our training I would say you should code. And regarding your Java knowledge, no issues. We will surely help you, we will guide you, we will train you in Java also. You will be trained to intermediate level in Java, don't worry. Okay, SMK, I am working on mainframe developer, should I fit in Hadoop? Yes, you must switch to Hadoop and big data. As I answered to Sunil also, you must switch to big data because mainframe is getting obsolete very fastly. Trilokesh is saying, sir, in this course practical session will be there. Is it possible to attend from Trilokesh? You can attend these sessions from anywhere. That is the beauty of online course. That is the beauty of our course, that you can attend these courses from anywhere. And practicals, actually, let me frankly tell you, more than 80% of the sessions will be practical, and I am going to share my complete experience of big data also with you. All the problems that I faced when I was interacting with the client, problems I faced when we were doing any development, problems I faced when I was convincing any client. We are going to discuss the things to that level also. And for the practicals, we are going to use virtual machine, and even you can use physical machine also. Vijay is asking for the course duration. Vijay, course duration will be 40 hours. 40 hours, 40 to 42 hours will be the course duration. That would be daily, Monday to Friday, from 9:30 to 11. What are other Hadoop kind of frameworks? Others, apart from Hadoop, there are other big data solution like mainframe. Greenplum. I'm sorry. Apart from Hadoop, the solution is like Greenplum. Apart from Greenplum, there is a solution called HPCC. Apart from that, Cassandra. These are the solution of big data, but you will be surprised to know that Hadoop has captured more than 95% of big data market, because Hadoop is very fast as compared to other technologies. Okay, Sunil Kumar is asking, mainframe also use distributed system and more than one CPU. How is it? Sunil Kumar, it is pretty much different. The core idea is totally different. Wait for tomorrow's session when I'll show you the actual implementation, actual design, actual architecture of Hadoop. You'll come to know about that, exactly the design principles, exactly the design methodologies of Hadoop. Okay, Lalit Kumar is saying, I missed most part of the session. Hope the recordings will help me. Yeah, Lalit, recording will surely be shared with you. Shika is saying, thanks a lot for the great session. Can I refer some of my friends for the next session? Sure, Shika, you can surely refer your friends. So guys, if you are any of your friends are also interested, please let them know. You can share these recordings. You can like our Facebook page. You can share the recordings. You can share this material, everything with your friends also. Okay, Karanjit is asking, when you say that Hadoop search through social website and analyze it. Karanjit, I didn't say that Hadoop itself will search through social website. There is another tool using which we will collect the data. Like if I give you an example, Flume, a family member of Hadoop, using which you can collect the data from Twitter. You can collect the data directly from Twitter. It's not any security breach. Taking your second question, it's not a security breach. Twitter itself is providing us the data, and we will collect that data. Twitter is providing the data using Twitter 4G, using Twitter streaming APIs. Any data classifications defined in Hadoop? Yes, Karanjit, using Hadoop family, there is a classification algorithm. Even all the machine learning algorithms are available there. If you are talking about machine learnings, yes, almost all the machine learning algorithms are available. Can we get sample data set for Naga? Yes, you will get the complete data set, you will get the complete project, you will get the complete information about, even you will be working on a real life project for this. By the way guys, another interesting feature of I think somebody asked about the online session. This online session, all the session will be recorded and you will get lifetime access of this session. All this session will be available in LMS and you will get lifetime access of all these sessions, and you can learn anytime. You can revise the concepts as many as time as you want. You will get 24/7/365 access of our discussion forum also. Complete material, complete study material will be provided. Complete, even you will be provided with complete code also, like POC code, practical code, project code, everything will be provided. I think WhatsApp is also using Hadoop. Yes, Vijay, WhatsApp is using lots of big data technology. It is using Hadoop, it is using HBase, it is using Hive, it is using a complete big data stack. Anil is asking, is there any separate course for Hadoop Architect? Anil, actually Hadoop, frankly speaking, there is no course that can make anybody architect, frankly speaking. So for the architects also, first course will be Hadoop Developer only. You need to go through with this course, the complete course, 40 hours of live sessions and 40 hours of assignments, 20 hours of project, overall 100 hours of developer course you need to go through. Then after that, you will be eligible. By the way, to become a Hadoop architect, you need to spend at least 1 to 2 years in the industry as a big data guy. Or if you have already spent around 12 years or 15 years, I would say, then you can directly switch from big data to Java or any other technology directly to Hadoop as an architect also. I have one use case that the system deals with checks processing system. How good to use the Hadoop here in this use case? You can use Hadoop if you are facing any of the problem that I have shown to you. Like if your volume is high, you can surely use Hadoop. If your speed of the current processing is slow, you can surely use Hadoop. If velocity is high, you can use Hadoop. If there is a variety, you can surely use Hadoop. So I would say, for if you are just learning and you are doing R&D, I would say you can surely solve almost all the problems. I would not say all the, but I would say almost all the problems with Hadoop. Trilokesh is saying, any certification, are you providing certificate? Yes, Trilokesh, we are going to provide you the certificate also. Once you complete the course, the certificate will be provided. Do we get recorded videos every day? Yes, Srinivas, you will get all the videos recorded every day. So like today's video will be shared just after this session. Trilokesh is saying thank you. Srinivas, thank you. Naga is saying, will PIG be covered in this webinar? Naga, PIG will also be covered, but I think after around 25 hours we will cover PIG. We will start PIG. So then we'll start ecosystem. But firstly we will finish Hadoop, HDFS, MapReduce, then we will come to Hive, then PIG. Anil is saying, thanks Anish for the reply. It was a good session. Thank you so much, Anil. Vishal is saying whether SAS is an alternative to Hadoop. Vishal, SAS is totally different. SAS is totally different than Hadoop. So tomorrow when we'll see the architecture of Hadoop, then you will come to know what exactly is Hadoop. Hadoop is a complete end-to-end framework that can handle data, in the range of petabytes. And Hadoop can store the data distributedly as well as it can process the data distributedly. That is the beauty of Hadoop. Session is so good. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Yukender. So guys, tomorrow's session will be at 9:30 p.m. IST. Please join. So tomorrow we are going to cover Hadoop. We are going to see the architecture of Hadoop. We are going to see end-to-end flow, end-to-end working methodologies of Hadoop. We are going to discuss its Hadoop's data flow. We are going to discuss design principles, its characteristics, and great details. By the way, guys, meanwhile you can subscribe for our course also. So our first 4 session, after first 4 session, you can so that you can continue for our courses. By the way, you'll receive a mail from our representative with the recordings and complete details. Thank you so much for attending, guys. So tomorrow at 9:30 p.m.